Tonight, we look into how WSU instructors combat stress with outer space.
And a Pullman police officer receives a prestigious recognition.
And we tell you the latest in the gun law debate. Murrow News 8 starts now.
From Studio B on the campus of Washington State University, this is Pullman's only nightly newscast. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Afika Shan.
And I'm Matt Money. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
A Moscow man found his yellow lab with 2 gunshot wounds in his hind legs in his own yard. According to the owner, his dog is left alone often and neighbors say the dog is well behaved. Police say there are no leads on the suspect responsible for the random animal cruelty and the dog will likely recover. A trial of a Spokane police sergeant accused of rape recently finished its jury selection. A fellow SPD officer alleges Gordon Ennis of sexual assault at a house party in 2015. This is Ennis' second trial since he first faced charges for second-degree rape over 2 years ago. Officials say the trial will start Monday morning and may last 3 weeks.
1 in 3 women will be affected by sexual violence in their lifetime. The 1 Billion Rising movement aims to end violence against women across the country and made an appearance on the Palouse.
It's always important to bring that awareness that, so many women are affected by gender-based violence. Men are also, victims as well or survivors, but we do see proportionally that women are affected more often than men are.
WSU participated in the 1 Billion Rising movement by hosting a Zumba class at UREC. The 1 Billion Rising movement continues to raise awareness about sexual violence toward women. It also takes a stance against issues including racism, sexism, and gender discrimination. With midterms fast approaching, students feel overwhelmed with stress. Jennifer Forsman looked into how some instructors use the campus planetarium for mediation purposes.
Under the center of the planetarium's digitally projected sky, students, staff, and faculty can participate in stellar meditation. Instructor Jordan Wrigley brings meditation training from China, India, and Japan, and her yoga and teacher training experience from Aloft Yoga in Pullman to guide the session.
Having just recently graduated from a master's degree, which is intensely stressful, I got a real true view on how stressful the academic lifestyle for everybody, students, faculty, staff, can be. And I'm hoping to create sort of a safe zone, an interesting zone, and a novel new way to meditate.
Common meditation practices include focusing on breathing, music, and one's own thoughts. When participants stare at the projected sky above them, it mimics this common meditation tool.
So I like meditation because it's something that I can do. It's a practice.
Stellar Meditation explores mindfulness and stress reduction with a focus on the academic lifestyle of students. Participants stay seated during the session while looking upward toward the dome's projected sky.
We're thinking of how to do a regular yoga thing where people would come, but the problem is it's seated. Meditations would work, and it's very quiet and restful in the starry dome.
Stellar Meditation is free, but the planetarium encourages participants to donate $3. Sessions occur weekly from 12:10 to 12:50 p.m., Wednesdays in Salone Hall, room 231. Jennifer Forsman, Murrow News 8.
WSU's Northside Cafe's executive chef Matthew Lassoff organized a Mardi Gras-themed dinner bigger and more authentic than last year's to excite students about a holiday close to his heart. Lassoff's 10 years of experience as a chef in Louisiana inspired him to start the annual celebration. He and his crew prepared traditional Cajun dishes like seared salmon with a white wine sauce and Cajun-style roast pig.
Got seared salmon with what they call in New Orleans a couvillon sauce, which is shrimp stock, peppers, onions, a little white wine, and some seasoning.
The Cajun-style roasted pig is cut up and served right in front of you, making this Mardi Gras celebration Lassoff's most successful yet. He decided to expand the menu to include more of the genuine Cajun foods he knows and loves. At the annual Moscow State of the City address, Moscow Mayor Bill Lambert announced street repair funding will increase to $872,000. This is over $500,000 more than in previous years. He also discussed fixing the Pullman Moscow Airport runway with new paving that will begin this summer.
The Maynard Price American Legion Post 52 recognized Pullman police officer Reuben Harris as the 2017 Law Enforcement Officer of the Year. Harris serves as the Whitman County Regional SWAT Team Commander, where he decides incident tactics and long-term strategies. He also leads training and selects SWAT officers. Congratulations to Officer Harris.
When we come back, tensions around the country rise over gun laws.
And President Trump assigns new sanctions to North Korea.
More when Murrow News 8 returns.
That'll be an interesting story to hear about.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Really well done, the dog.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
In the wake of the Florida school shooting, police officers in Wisconsin arrested a father who walked into his daughter's elementary school and started handing out signs with the word gun written on them. The father passed out the signs at Shorewood Hills Elementary before walking into his daughter's classroom and the administrative office to talk about intruders in the school. The man faces disorderly conduct charges, and police officials say additional charges may be filed. The principal of the school says the students and staff were not in any danger. Many are searching for a solution to the heightened fear of mass shootings. Florida Governor Rick Scott proposed legislation to raise the legal age to 21 when buying most guns. Those with military training would be exempt from the proposed age raise. Scott says he does not support arming teachers, but instead wants school security guards to be trained and armed.
We will require all individuals purchasing firearms to be 21 or older. Let me repeat. We will require all individuals purchasing firearms to be 21 or older.
The proposal would also require a 3-day waiting period for all firearm purchases.
Over in Washington, D.C., former top campaign advisor Rick Gates agreed to plead guilty on multiple charges found in the Russia probe. Before Gates appeared in federal court today, Special Counsel Robert Mueller filed 2 charges against Gates in advance. The court filing shows Gates agreed to plead guilty to charges accusing him of conspiring against the U.S. government related to fraud and unregistered foreign lobbying and lying to federal authorities. This comes a day after a federal grand jury also indicted former Trump campaign chair Paul Manafort on 32 counts of tax evasion and bank fraud.
Looking to Asia, President Trump announces the U.S. Treasury Department will impose new sanctions against North Korea, targeting shipping and trading companies. President Trump wants to isolate the rogue regime and his latest step in the economic warfare against the country. These sanctions focus specifically on illicit activity, as North Korea is known to conduct ship-to-ship transfers, which the United Nations prohibits.
When we come back, Daryl Bivens gives us an update on how much snow we will see this weekend.
When Murrow News 8 continues. I'm looking forward to maybe a little more snow.
I'm one unlucky guy. The chance of being involved in a robbery is 1 in 757. The chances of being struck by lightning 1 in 750,000.
Please fasten your seatbelts for unexpected turbulence.
The chances of being a victim in an airline crash 1 in 29 million. Hey, could I get some peanuts? The chances of being involved in a car crash are far greater than lightning strikes and plane crashes. And if you are texting while driving, your risk of crash increases 23 times. Now, I may be an unlucky guy, but I don't have to be part of that statistic, and neither do you. Drive responsibly.
It's still pretty icy as of late. I'm practically sliding into all of my classes. Darrell, is there any way we might get some sunshine soon?
Well, Lafiq, we actually probably won't, at least definitely today and probably for the rest of the coming next week. So as you can see, probably right next to me over here, we got a whopping 21 degrees right now, and it's going to continue to be pretty snowy. I looked up online, it says we might get between 2 to 4 even inches of snow just in a day. Now, I don't know about you all, but I personally really love the snow. I enjoy how it looks. I enjoy playing it. I enjoy even driving in it. I'm a drivaholic personally. I know it's probably not the best, but we drivaholics, we stick together and know we're going to go through it anyway. But for those who aren't a big fan of the snow, you might want to plan your day around it. And as we get more into tonight's broadcast, you might want to plan the rest of the following week around that as well. But right now, tomorrow is actually going to look pretty similar as well, because we are going to actually jump right into the state weather, because everything's looking pretty similar in terms of snow. Now, as you can see right here, Spokane, Pullman, Wenatchee, we're all pretty similar in terms of everything's going to be pretty snowy looking. But if you get more into Yakima, what's interesting is that Yakima actually is not really going to get any snow at all. It's actually pretty sunny last time I checked, at a whopping about 39 degrees, which is pretty warm in comparison to everything else. But the rest is going to basically be a winter wonderland, to my knowledge here, which I don't know about you all, that's pretty interesting to me. Now, if we go a little more over here, as you can see, everything's pretty similar in regards to like snow and temperature, Seattle and Vancouver. However, we go a little more over to Olympia. Olympia's rather interesting. It's a bit of a special pickle, in my opinion, where where it's actually going to get snow along with some mixture of low rain. So that snow is probably going to turn to slush very soon. So for those driving around Olympia, you're probably going to want to be a little more careful. And with that, into tomorrow's forecast, we're actually going to get about 28 degrees going on, and we are actually going to see it lighten up for the rest of the day. But with enough of that, as you can see right here, we are going to get consistently snow on Sunday. Not really much on Monday or Tuesday, but we're going to get snow back again on Wednesday, and temperature's going to stay consistent throughout the week. And Thursday is also going to look pretty cloudy as well. That's enough, guys. Hope you have a great weekend.
Oh, looks like it snows back with a vengeance, huh?
Yeah, looking for a little slipping around on Sunday.
When we come back, a Pullman student talks about his time as a figure skater and what it's like to compete on the ice.
And we'll look into women's basketball senior night in the newest edition of WSU's Cougar Corner.
Tonight on WSU's Cougar Corner, we upset and a scandal rocks some of NCAA basketball's biggest powerhouses.
Thank you for watching. Join us every weeknight at 7 and 10 p.m. for Pullman's only nightly newscast.
Have a great weekend, a great night, and don't forget to follow Murrow News 8 on Facebook and Twitter.
Good night, Pullman.
This